Welcome to the Dennis and Judi Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to subscribe to the show so you'll never miss a minute. New Jersey 101.5.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Parks Casino and Sportsbook New Jersey chime time is 10:09. It's the Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
Good morning. I'm Judi Franco. Hey, Den.
Hey, Jude. Oh, you look lovely today.
Thank you.
You're going somewhere. Or you went somewhere.
I can only look good if I'm going somewhere. No, I just woke up early, put on lipstick, basically. Thank you.
Put more than lipstick on. You look beautiful.
I put on makeup, yeah. But my hair is a mess. I just came out of the shower and it's slept on it wet.
Where you going?
It's not like I'm trying. I just looked in the mirror. This is exactly what happens with a woman. Look in the mirror and you look at it like odds. You know, like I guess it's how people bet on sports. Like,
yeah.
What percentage of me could get away with walking out the door like this? Like if your hair is really good, you might be able to do with a little bit less lipstick. If your hair is horrible, you might have to do the, lips. If you're fat that day, it's the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like 80% face because the hair was 100% bad. You get it?
Yeah, men don't have that. I went out yesterday basically in my pajamas and bedhead to yell at a guy who parked blocking my driveway.
Right. Well, it's also the color of the lipstick because dressy is a brighter lipstick.
Right.
So this morning I did not sleep well last night, and then you look dead. So then you put on a brighter lipstick. It's a whole, Dennis, you do not want to be a girl.
No, I do not want to be a girl. Not that there's anything wrong with people who want to be a girl. Oh, yeah, there is. No, there is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My husband watched me get a spray tan. Did I tell you about this?
No.
In Florida, the girls, there's no tanning salon, right? Because you're in Florida. Very few spray tanning salons. Everybody's tan. So they got girls that come to your house, set up a tent, bring the machine, plug it in, it sprays. So my husband goes, where do I go? I said, you could sit there and watch. He's never seen anything like this before. Now, Dennis, I don't think a man can handle, without some sort of major psychiatric or psychotropic drug, watching this play out.
It's like Mako, where they spray paint your car. I could watch my Toyota getting a new coat of paint. I don't think I could watch a woman getting...
Because we go, she goes, bend this way, bend that way, turn your leg out, turn your this out, turn around, bend over, this, that. And he's watching it. And, you could say, somebody might think, this is hot or whatever. No, this is like unattractive. Afterwards, he said to me, like, we know this girl who's like literally like the ugliest, slobbiest, messiest person in the entire world and doesn't even try. And she's the happiest person on earth. Mm-hmm. I'm going to call her Amy. Okay. After the whole ordeal of the spray tan and my husband watching it in the living room, he tells me, if I'm ever a girl, I'm going to be Amy. And he's right. Just if you have to watch that spray tan thing taking place,
I never knew.
It's enough to turn you off from ever grooming again.
Oh my God!
In any way,
I learned
you'll
something
never
new
even shave again if you watch that.
Jeez, maybe they should charge admission. So we got to talk about traffic. There was apparently a traffic jam the other day, Sunday afternoon. This place actually apologized for, I guess, not metering the traffic as it was leaving
how
there?
Could it if you don't know the traffic is going to happen. This happened at the Tulip Farm.
Yeah.
And is that the same one you wrote about?
No, I just wrote about a different one.
Okay, because if this is the first time this ever happens, you own a venue and this is the first time this ever happens, how can anybody blame it on you? You have no idea that that's going to happen. You have no idea the preventative steps you would need to take to make it not happen, and they're going to be mad at the venue? It probably doesn't have anything to do with the venue.
Well, they apologized.
People get into a traffic
right,
jam.
and I guess maybe they feel like they should have hired some off-duty police to direct traffic.
Yeah, but even then, you don't really know. Unless, I don't know, what was the big event?
It was a beautiful day on a Sunday, and that's why.
Okay, they know that's going to happen. Did it ever happen before?
I don't know, but a bunch of different circumstances came together. I'm not saying that they're at fault. I know, but they apologized. It's in Cream Ridge. It's Upper Freehold, Cream Ridge, Holland Ridge Farms. Couldn't leave. It took 2 or 3 hours to either get into or leave their parking lot.
Well, first of all, anybody who waited, I love you, Holland Ridge Farms. God bless you. I love tulips. Probably gorgeous. Anybody who waits 2 or 3 hours to get in anywhere.
Right. Well,
unless it's like
heaven.
Heaven is a good one.
If Jesus said, also, you over here, you over there, and you're in the group that's going to heaven, I'll sit in the car.
I'll wait a few hours. I'll sleep overnight with a tent, have some camaraderie with my... No, but also I was thinking like when you're getting out of prison and there's like a checkpoint you have to go to get out.
You'd wait in that line.
That's waitable.
So
worth waiting for.
What have you been stuck in traffic, either waiting to get out of, going up and down 95 on the East Coast, or a sports venue? What have you had to wait in traffic for? Or just regular traffic? 1-800-283-1015. The longest, the worst, the most frustrating. Remember a couple years ago? I think it was 195. It snowed. And people slept in their car. My friend Tony he slept in his car.
I remember that. I think a really bad one, and I hate to say it because I love them, and it's such a beautiful venue. The Art Center near me. I don't even know the name of it anymore.
PNC Bank Art Center?
Is that it?
I think so.
So they're great. I love them. We're friends with them. The problem is it's such a convoluted entrance and exit. I don't know, Dennis, if you're familiar with it at all.
I haven't been in there in 30 years.
Okay, so how it works is the entrance to it is on one side of the parkway. The exit is on the other side of the parkway. So you have to be going north on the parkway to get in, and then you can get out going either north or south, but you can only get in going one way. I'm not even sure exactly because they've changed it over the years. But all I know is that it became so crowded and so horrible that they had to make this convoluted set of entrances and exits. And you're lucky if you could even find your way out. So a lot of times if there's a really popular event there, that gets difficult to come out of.
Giant Stadium?
The Meadowlands is another one. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Well, what's that place, American Dream?
I've never been, but they do say that there's always a traffic issue there. So 1-800-283-101.5. What is the longest traffic issue that you've ever gotten involved in? And was it going into a venue, coming out of a venue? Was it even worth it in the end? And does anybody ever just turn around and say, forget it, unless it's going into heaven, in which case nobody turns around and says, forget it?
It's Holland Ridge Farms, local roads. So the phone number is 1-800-283-1015. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. If you were in that Sunday, let us know, because a lot of people say 2 to 3 hours they were stuck in it. Local roads like Rue Road, where the farm's located, were clogged. Many said they felt trapped in the gridlock. And the owners of Holland Ridge Farms issued an apology yesterday on social media saying that the 6 years that they've been open, Sunday was the most challenging day they've ever had at the farm. It was a perfect storm, a beautiful weather, a sellout day, and almost full bloom. Due to this and many other factors, a lot of customers experienced extreme traffic delays, blah, blah, blah. They're nice people, and God bless them, and they apologize. But, and like you said, Judy, how can they predict what hell's going to be waiting for you when you try to leave? Sunday, we went to the Phillies game.
Yeah.
Now, there was a Sixers game at 1. The Phillies 135.
Okay.
So you got 15,000 roughly going to a Sixers game on a good day. and then 45,000 going to a Phillies game. All in the same complex. We're all parking in the same lots.
Are there two different places to play?
Yeah. They're across but they're basically across the street from each other.
Okay. All right.
It's convenient to have all the stadiums in one spot, but yet if there's a concert or another ball game or another hockey game,
you're dead.
You're dead. So anyway, so we said, you know what? 8th inning, we're leaving. I even suggested the 6th, but we didn't get in till the 3rd. So,
yeah, well, that's a trick that we use all the time is we leave before, and I feel bad because a Springsteen concert, you can't leave before the end. Like there's just, because the best part is coming up in the
they were getting crushed, and the 8th inning, we'll say, let's go. It still took 45 minutes to get out of the parking area. It was ridiculous. Anyway, when you've been stuck in traffic, and I did U-turns, and my son was like, yeah, cut this guy off, turn around, go the other way. And we did that like twice and still we're trapped. And you could see the traffic moving on the expressway that goes to the bridge. I want to be there. How do I get there?
I know.
And it took 45 minutes to get there.
Oh, my God. That is the worst. Like when you're waiting to get into the Lincoln Tunnel or even Holland Tunnel, and you're in for like a 40-minute wait, and you could practically swim across Manhattan. And you're like, time. I just want... Just right there. That's all I want to be.
This guy knows about all of it. 10:19, time for... Does feel good to walk out of the house in the morning without a coat or a jacket or anything. And know that you're going to be just as comfortable coming home. But I don't think this is going to last too long. Yeah.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Are you joking?
No.
Listen.
What?
I was just about to say nobody can ever claim we didn't have a spring because we've got a spring right here, right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, so it gets, there's rain coming tomorrow, and then it's chillier Thursday and Friday, and then it warms back up for the weekend and gets chilly Sunday. So it's like, up and down.
I mean, we're not going to get snow again.
No, but it's not.
We?
Yesterday, I think we hit 84 in some parts of the state, so.
Wow, where was I when it was 84?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All I can tell you is Sunday night, we went out for dinner. My car thermometer said, and the car thermometer is never right.
And it's like 2 degrees higher on my car.
Yeah, because it's like also the sun beating down on the car and the car is warmer inside. But anyway, my car thermometer said 74 and it was gorgeous out. Like I went out with a sweater Sunday night and I was like, oh, wow, it's really spring. That's it. And now you're bursting my bubble.
No, just a little chill. It's going to be like in the 40s, maybe overnight. But it's going to be.
We've had like April snow for sure.
Yeah, but I don't see any of that. It's not.
I remember one Passover.
Like
okay, maybe it was early one year. I'll tell you exactly when it was. 1987.
Snow on Passover.
Yeah, and we were like, "What the heck is going on? What's the latest snow you remember?"
Sometime in April, like April 8th or whatever.
Ridiculous. That better not happen. Have you spoken to Dan Zara?
I have. He said guaranteed it's not. No, he didn't. He never guarantees. But anyway, we're talking about traffic jams. You've been stuck in big traffic jams Sunday getting out of the Tulip Farm. Luke on the turnpike. Hi, Luke.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I pulled over so I could talk. I got a great story. It's right out of the Seinfeld episode.
Okay.
So I promise to tell you this. I can do a shout-out to my big brother. He's a police officer for the Philadelphia Police Force. He's DEA. And to all the brothers that work for the Philadelphia Police. God bless you.
Love those guys. Love those guys.
Here's the story. I was about 10 years old. My dad took me and my brother and sisters to go to a trip. I live in Delran. It was 84 there yesterday, too. It was great. And we were going to New York, and we had a motorhome. So we were going to go to a natural history museum or something crazy like that. My dad loved doing that stuff. So we started going into New York, and there's a heavy traffic. The next thing you know, we're just stuck and sitting there. My dad never realized that it was the Puerto Rican Day Parade, just like in Seinfeld. This is way before Seinfeld, though. He actually broke a side mirror with the UPS truck that hit him. We turned around after like hours at New York looking at the car next to us, and then went back home. That was our New York trip.
Wow. See, this is why South Jerseyans like myself. And
I mean, I did a lot of like you said, like all the stadiums. We've all been stuck in that and all, but that's one that sticks out to me.
Yeah.
Can you laugh again for me, Luke?
Yeah. Yeah, John Bowles, he's a great guy. My brother-in-law, he's a great cop, man. GA.
Who? What?
30 years. God bless him.
No.
John Bowles.
John Bowles. Okay. All right, Luke, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. See if you can get
What is going on?
Get
How
back
did
on
we
your
lose control of
on
that
your
call?
Kimberly in Manchester. Hi.
Hello, how are y'all today?
We're good. How are you, Kimberly?
I'm hanging in there. I'm in traffic now on 70.
Oh, 70 sucks.
Yeah. It's worse, too, because it's a lot of buildings.
Yep.
True.
And a lot of old people.
Well, I don't know. They're kind of pushing out in this area.
So you were coming through the Holland Tunnel going to New Jersey, and you were stuck in the middle of it?
Yep, and I was just tired coming in. It was a late night, coming home from being out. And the Chinese guy goes by on the bicycle delivering food. And I've been in traffic probably a half an hour, and I'm like, I'm hungry. So I pull him over. Come here. He comes to the car. He takes my order, right? I said, if you make it, you make it. If you don't, whatever. Have a good day. Long enough where he could go back to the restaurant, get the food cooked, and bring me my food.
In the tunnel, in the middle of the tunnel.
Not in the middle of the tunnel, entering into the tunnel.
Entry into. Yeah. And if you're in the tunnel when it stopped
unreal.
like that, I would freak out a little bit, I think.
Yeah, me too. I am, and I do.
The people behind me, at first, they started honking obscenities. And then next, after I got my food, they did the same.
I just want you to know that I know
that's New
where
York, too.
every emergency exit is in both the Lincoln and Holland tunnels.
Really? All right.
Because
Good to know.
you drive through it, and then just when you're nervous and you have claustrophobia, you notice the exit.
So where does it take you to?
Oh, that's a good question, Dennis. It actually takes you to this guard tower on top of the Holland Tunnel, and there's like whole offices up there and everything that are not in use anymore. But it's pretty amazing.
A boat can come get you, or whatever.
No, it's on land. The exit is on. It's through water, but the guard tower that I'm talking about, where they receive you, is up a bunch of steps on land.
Wow, good to know. Or you can just get Chinese food like Kimberly. Kimberly, thank you, sweetheart.
All right, thank you. Have a great day, people.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
It is 10:31, New Jersey 101.5. Jersey. Lines are open if you want to jump in. Sunday, there was a huge traffic jam out in the country. Upper Freehold, Cream Ridge. What? Where's that? That's in Monmouth County, Holland Ridge Farms, a beautiful place where their tulips are on display this time of year. And with the perfect storm of great weather, full bloom, and a lot of people with nothing to do. So everybody went out. It took them 2 to 3 hours to get out of the parking lot, out of the farm, going home. We tried to leave. So were you ever stuck in a huge traffic mess, getting out of a venue, getting to a venue, or just driving down the road? 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. Sunday, we were stuck in Phillies traffic with the Phillies and the Sixers game at the same time. So it was like the seventh inning. My son's looking at his phone, goes, the Sixers are done. Their game's over. I was like, okay, good. So now traffic's leaving there. We'll give it another, inning or two. We'll leave in the eighth inning. It was a good 45 minutes after the Sixers game ended, but it wasn't enough. We just pulled out of the parking spot in the parking lot, and I look, and there's a line of traffic to get in the main road to get out of the parking lot, like the main lane. I'm 3-4 cars back in the lane to get to the main lane. You look down the main lane, and they're stuck trying to get out into the street. Then you look down the street, and then they're stuck at a light to get to the thing, to get to the thing, to get to the expressway.
Yeah, too much.
Should we go the other way? Yeah, go the other way. Go the other way. And they're like, nah, this sucks. We're going to get stuck here. You have to get on 95. Go around.
So, everybody has a story like this, Dan. What is the time that you ended up stuck in either a traffic jam just because of an accident on the road or because of weather? or because you were coming in and out of an event. 1-800-283-101.5. And what happens in that car between ordering food to the car, using the bathroom in that car? You ever take a little nap in the car? Dennis has a friend who actually went to sleep and slept in the car overnight.
Snowed in on 195 like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, it's... Are there venues you won't go to because... Like, I'd like to see the American Dream. I think it's an interesting sounding place. Have you been?
Yeah, you got to go once. No, my kids go all the time.
But the thing that you'd have to go like on a crappy day, or even on a crappy day, it attracts a lot of people because it's indoors.
Yeah. Sometimes a crappy day is when it's even more, even busier.
So I don't know when I would go because I'm so afraid of the traffic in that area. I don't think I've ever been to the Meadowlands complex ever.
It's funny because we had really good friends in Philly for a long time. So we used to go back. Remember, Den, we used to go like on a Wednesday night, meet them for drinks or whatever. And now my daughter-in-law's family lives in South Jersey. So the place that we would maybe meet for dinner is like Philly. So I think of Philly now as just like another city that you drive to. It's a little further than, and maybe even a little more convenient in a way than New York.
Getting in and out is easier, but...
Yeah, but it's so different for Philly people to travel to New York because it's much more daunting,
10 times the size. It's growing up as Philly as my city... And knowing it and, seeing where the, congested parts are. And
so you grew up living there?
For part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then working there as a young adult and then going in and out of there for, whatever. And then to go to New York, you go, oh, okay, this is 5 times bigger. It's a monster compared to, and Philly's a big city, 5th largest city in the country. It's like, where were we just recently? Like my son was talking about Charlotte. See, you walk down the street, you don't feel like you're in a city, even though there's skyscrapers and tall buildings. It's not like the Northeast cities where they're just big and mammoth. All right, so when were you stuck in traffic or events or just driving down the road?
The longest you've ever had to spend in your car? 1-800-283-101.5. That's really a good way to put it.
Where's a tough spot, and it always scares me? If you're traveling down south, so you go to Virginia, South Carolina, Florida, whatever, the Washington, D.C. area.
Ooh, the Beltway.
The Beltway, and coming home.
And I think it's notorious.
Yeah. And now that bridge is down, that Baltimore Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Oh, boy.
It's make traffic all around that area even worse.
That's not fun. And then this is really tangential, but you just reminded me when you were talking about big cities. You hear what's going on with the mayor in Atlantic City now?
Yeah.
They cannot. I feel so bad for Atlantic City because for a city that is like struggling to regain its
They had the best mayor they could have ever had in Don Guardian.
I know. What happened? Oh, he just didn't get reelected.
He got voted out by, I think, this guy Small won.
Well...
Or was it
this guy? No, I think they've been through like 6.
No, since Don, I think maybe this is the second since Don, but it's a shame. Well, anyway, yeah.
So no, I started thinking about her because now she's being investigated for child abuse because the wife. I'm sorry, because somebody witnessed her allegedly like punching her daughter in the stomach or whatever she was doing to discipline her daughter. And it occurred to me that if anybody had witnessed my disciplining my kids, well, one of my kids, when they were younger, I would be in jail. If that, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, kind of, I don't know exactly what she did, and I don't know even really for sure what the allegations are, but to me, how you discipline your kids
is your business. Well, maybe we'll talk about that later because now there's a preschool teacher who got fired and is charged with something for slapping a kid in the face. Now, when I was a kid growing, I got slapped in the face by teachers, nuns, priests all the time.
Right.
Anyway, that's for a later discussion. Yeah. Right. 1044, fast traffic, and your call coming up. Dennis Malloy here. And if you're thinking about giving your home's exterior a makeover, You've got to check out B&B Siding and Roofing, woman-owned business serving New Jersey for over 30 years. They've transformed more than 5,000 homes. They still have style-guided experts who are friendly consultants who will help you every step of the way in designing your dream exterior. And they pride themselves on their superior customer communication and their quality work. How much do they stand behind quality work? Lifetime guarantee. They back their work with a lifetime guarantee, and they have financing options for you to make it convenient. There's no high-pressure sales tactics. They're great people. They've got an A-plus rating, almost unheard of, from the Better Business Bureau. I know how important honesty and transparency is when it comes to finding the right company to work on your home. Well, B&B Siding and Roofing are the real deal. Get started today. Go online and check them out at bbsiding.com. Temperatures around the state, we've got Atlantic City with 62, Middletown with 60, Clark with 62. And the weather's made possible by 5-Star Swim School. Their experienced instructors use proven teaching methods to help children learn to swim quickly and confidently. Sign up for a free trial class at one of their 8 New Jersey locations at 5starswimschool.com. That's 5starswimschool.com. 10:52, Dennis and Judi show. Traffic was ridiculous out there in the country in Monmouth County on Sunday. People leaving Holland Ridge Farms. Took 2 to 3 hours to get out of there. That's crazy to look at tulips. It's great fun, and the people at the farm apologized for the fact that you went to go look at tulips and got stuck in traffic. The Phillies didn't apologize to me on Sunday for sitting in traffic trying to get out of Citizens Bank Ballpark or the stadium complex area. Where have you been stuck in traffic and it's just maddening? Let's talk to Kim, who's calling from Piscataway. Or Ken, rather. Hi, Ken.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well. On my way to play golf, so it'll be better.
On a day like this, what could be better?
Yeah. 1971, a couple of years after Woodstock, I was reading the Rolling Stone magazine, and there was a concert that they were promoting called the Erie Canal Soda Pop Festival that was supposed to be at Chandler Raceway in Evanston, Indiana. Well, me and two of my buddies drive a whole Corvair all the way out there, and we get to this location, and they say there's a court injunction on it. There's no concert going to be there. We go to the local store there, and they tell us that it's going to be at, this producer bought this island in the middle of the Wabash River, and it's called Bull Island, and he's going to build a road to get on there so people could get there. Anyway, long and short of it, we bought as much food that we could carry in our sleeping bags with us, thinking that we're going to probably be there a few days, and obviously it was a 3-day concert. So anyway, on the way in, it was just a nightmare. But, I mean, to make a long story short, on the way out, it took us 2 days. The roads are so small, and there were 250,000 people there. So it was very much like the Woodstock scenes that you probably had seen.
Yeah,
but
2 days. Did you have pot with you, booze with you?
Anything to pass the time.
We actually brought 3 ounces of pot, and we had traded foods for other drugs because we had so much extra food. Peanut butter and jelly, loaves of white bread, whatever we could carry. And there was some really good opiated hash there. So, it was a great time. A lot of the same bands.
Opiated hash.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, well, I don't specifically. But
what is that?
I guess it's hash that also has a little bit of opium in it.
Yeah, it's got like lines and veins of opium through it. But
now this is when you were like 20.
I was just graduated high school. I was 17.
Wow, and you're still alive to tell about all this.
Tell the tale.
I'm still playing music. I've been playing music since I was 10 years old.
That is awesome.
I just played at a Kiwanis function on Saturday for a benefit.
How many people? How many people have told you that you should write a book?
Oh, I don't know. Nobody. I
think you have some pretty good stories to tell, though, Ken. I'm sure.
Oh my God, he should hang out with Mark.
Yeah,
this
really.
guy.
Yeah.
And neither one of them could read. Who would read to each other at night?
Yeah, I'll call in the next time we're playing somewhere so you guys come out.
Please do. And plug your gig. All right, Ken, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Somebody in the app chat says that they were stuck in traffic last week after the eclipse. What was shooting to be a 4-hour trip was a 6-hour ride. Lines of traffic on every highway.
I forgot about that eclipse.
We were in New York, New York and Vermont. So coming out of there last week, big traffic.
I just want to also say, Den, I'm happy to tell you we had Gaston, Emily Gaston, yesterday on the air. Went on to my Instagram last night. She was saying thank you to everybody from New Jersey 101.5 who is coming from the Dennis and Judi show. We got her a ton of listeners. So a couple of people, followers, a couple of people DM'd me to ask me if we could plug their businesses. So we're going to do a small business plug out.
Awesome.
Later on.
I love that. The small businesses are the backbone of the economy, and they're really, hammered hard in this state by the government. 10:56 more to come. Don't. Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey. Chime time is 11:09. It's the Dennis and Judi show. I'm Dennis Malloy. That's Judy Franco.
Good morning, kids. It's a pleasure and a privilege.
And if you've never listened to this program before, as they say at the White House, don't. Just turn away now. It gets addictive. It's you can't live without us, and it's very hard. So
no doctor would ever support the listening of this program.
Anyway, thanks for listening.
Do you hear the thing?
I just heard the thing.
You hear the thing? You hear the thing?
I heard the thing.
You hear the mowing?
A little bit, yeah. If you hear a little buzzing, humming, there's several illegals in Judy's yard doing yard work. So
if anybody wants to make a big deportation, now would be the time.
Listen, no, they're not members of Venezuelan gangs or anything like that. They're hardworking guys.
These guys, by the way, seriously, new guys. I never saw such a thing. You think it could stay?
What?
We've had like a problem over the past few years. A lot of people have being able to maintain landscaping help. Our landscapers dropped us a few years ago. Big American company. Remember?
They didn't have help. Well, I talked to
they didn't have help, but like why'd they drop us? Because we don't have that much. We're not a big job.
Right.
They kept all the like big mansions on Ocean Avenue, Well,
I talked to a pizza guy the other day.
Yeah.
And he said, I said, you have any, because a couple of years ago, it was like, trouble getting hot. Can't get anybody to work for me. And who works in pizza places and landscape? It's all illegals. I'm sorry to say. They may have paperwork. They show the employer, hey, here's my card. But I said, any trouble getting people to work? He goes, have you watched the news lately? He said, we're good for the next 20 years.
I didn't think of that. It's the opposite now, right?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But with that, listen, metered, regulated, legal immigration is the way to go. Somehow the government can't get their act together to do that, so they just open the gate. Anyway, we're not talking about that. We are talking about sleep.
Yeah. It says, there are lots of studies about sleep that say women, for some reason, have a problem sleeping, especially women under 50.
Women under 50, stressful, can't sleep enough.
Right. But I do think that there are some keys that are very basic that a lot of people are missing. And that is if you don't spend at least 20 minutes outside a day, and I'm not talking about like walking to and from Target. I'm saying, from your car to Target. I'm saying like 20 uninterrupted moments of sun, you're going to have a hard time sleeping, period, end of subject. You got to be outside. You got to breathe air.
What was that physicist that I told you I was watching? He has a podcast, and I've seen him on YouTube.
I don't know.
Jewish sounding name, Brett something or other. He says...
Aren't all the physicists Jewish sounding names?
I guess. So he says when you get up in the morning, don't turn the TV on, go right outside and look at the sun. Don't look at the sun, but like point your eyes in the direction of the sun.
Right.
And get something about the photosynthesis and the eyes and the eyeballs. And
my lamp, Dennis, in my office, I don't know if you see it shining at me.
I do.
Nira, bringing nature's light indoors. I only use this light inside because it is supposed to not only give you like indoor light, which you need for melatonin and all of these things, but it's supposed to counteract the effect of blue light exposure. And it's funny, I heard about it somewhere, I forget even where. I went online, I did a Google search for it. It seems like a small company in New Jersey happens to be. And I think when I ordered from them, they were like shocked. I don't think they've sold a product. Look at their brochure. It's like they printed it on their home computer. And I get this desk lamp, and I'm telling you, it's called Near Infrared Enhanced LED. Anyway, why do I do this? Because I spend so much time indoors that I want to have that thing that stimulates your melatonin that helps you sleep at night. Women don't, A, women stress more, B, our hormones, especially under 50, are not conducive to producing the sleep, the good sleep, number two. And number three, just in general for men and women, you got to exercise or you can't sleep, period.
It's true.
If you can't sleep.
If I've exercised or done, strenuous work outside, I notice I'm that kind of dead. I'm rarely the kind of dead tired I used to be when I exerted a lot of energy.
Why?
Because I don't exert a lot of energy. I'm sitting here talking to you. But if I'm doing yard work or playing a game, a baseball game or hockey or whatever, end of the day, I'm like, I love that kind of tired. I can only get that kind of tired if I take melatonin or something like that. And I do just about every night.
None of those things work for me either. My husband gave me this gummy he uses for sleep.
Right.
And I took a quarter of it. He takes 10 milligrams. I took 2.5, I guess it was. The next day, I didn't even know who I was. Somebody was like, how are you? I was like, I don't know. And he goes, I forgot to tell you. You don't even know this, Dennis, because you were out. I overslept, slept through my alarm, slept through 14 phone calls, and
Friday?
Finally, when I woke up, I go, hi, Siri, what time is it? And she said 9:40.
Ay.
Slept till 9:40.
That's what the gummy.
Yeah.
That has THC in it, right?
There's nothing called slept scheduled for 9:40 p.m. to 10:40 p.m. today.
Shut up. Because I said I'm serious.
Ask Siri who the popular physicist that has a podcast.
There's 1,000 of them. Okay, wait. Hey Siri, do you know the name of the popular physicist with a podcast that says you have to go out first thing in the morning and look at the sun?
Okay, I found this on the web for do you know the name of the popular physicist with a podcast that says you have to go out first thing in the morning
Jesus.
and look at the sun.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
No, I hate him.
Well, he's anyway an astrophysicist.
Yeah.
And does not sound like a Jewish name. And he's black.
Yeah, I forget this guy's name. But anyway, he says you got to go out. This will help your sleep.
Has she ever been helpful, Siri?
No.
Ever?
No.
Hold on. Siri, have you ever been helpful to me? Oh, she gave me some.
She's offended.
Let me tell you, she is. Because you know what she gave me?
List of things she's helped you with.
How to thank someone for them being helpful. What is another way to say you have always been helpful? And another thing from Quora, question about the sentence, hey, you've been very helpful. You think she's passive aggressive much?
All right. Do you have trouble sleeping at night? What works for you to get to sleep? Judi, I found something new recently.
Okay, you got to tell me.
I don't want to take melatonin all the time. I don't want to take Z-Quil. They all say they're non-habit forming, but who knows? And you scared me with the melatonin. You said, oh, yeah, it's got bad side effects.
I didn't know who I was. I sat on the toilet and forgot what to do.
With melatonin?
No.
Oh, with the gummy. But you scared me with the melatonin a couple weeks ago.
Melatonin. Well, no, because they do say this about melatonin. Your body produces it naturally. If you keep on supplementing it, your body goes, oh, I don't need to make it anymore. There's plenty in this body.
So I found this stuff. It's from the makers of the company Relief Factor. It's these supplements for pain, and it's Sleep Factor or Sleep.
And it works?
Works. Got a little bit of melatonin in it, but it's
What else is in it?
all kinds of like vitamins.
Is this like a Fox News drug?
No.
Oh, because I always see these Fox News.
Yeah. Balance of Nature and
all they
Relief
have
Factor.
is supplement. That's all that advertises on Fox News.
Yeah, because the pharmaceutical
get better
companies.
Skin, get better nose, less nose hairs, get a better goatee.
Oh, nose hair away is really good.
Yeah.
All right, so
Get a better penis, get a worse penis. It's like insane.
Yeah, men are clamoring for a worse penis.
Okay, they didn't have that one. I might have made that one up.
You might have. So,
Wait. I just really want to go through that again. Men are clamoring for a worse penis.
I'm waiting for a drug.
What is a worse penis? Besides for a really good name for a punk band, what is worse penis?
So what do you take to get to sleep at night? Do you have trouble sleeping at night? What works for you? 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. And they say women, especially women under 50, are suffering from this the most. Your call coming up, 11. It's the Dennis and Judi Show. A new study says women are increasingly having more difficulty sleeping at night. Women under 50, but people of all ages, I think, are having trouble sleeping at night, and I think it's because of the screens we're always looking at. And it does something to our brains, and we don't get the physical exertion from hard labor or sport exercise that we used to in years past. So it says women have been consistently less likely than men to report getting enough sleep. Well, they like to complain more anyway. Yeah, I never get enough sleep. Just kidding. The latest poll finds 36% of women versus 48% of men say they get the sleep they need. Both figures represent significant declines from previous readings in 2013 and 2004 and are the lowest Gallup has measured for each group to date. So apparently, this is a problem.
So what do we do?
Take drugs. I mean, that's the American way. You have a problem, you're getting fat because you're eating the processed foods, and you get Jardiance or Ozempic or something. You take that and take more drugs.
Well, now I'll tell you what. There are, I don't know about younger people. We know that older people always suffer from sleep problems, but because we have learned that so many, do you know that 75% of is it Gen X or Gen Z? Gen Z identifies as mentally ill. 75%.
Of Gen Z. We have one in the other room.
Who?
Kyle.
Okay, he might be the only one that's not. I'm serious.
Kyle.
He never had depression or anxiety, but he's unusual. He's very unusual. Most of them have depression or anxiety.
Do a lot of you see? But his friends are all like him, so he says. Do you?
Right, but they're the minority.
Do you know?
And by the way, you don't know which ones of them get anxiety and depression.
Do you have friends or contemporaries that get anxiety and depression?
Yeah. I know a couple of people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you're 24?
Yes.
When I was 24, I knew no one. Thanks, Kyle.
Well, I just feel like it wasn't as common to speak about it, right?
Right. And now everybody's like, oh, yeah, I'm seeing a therapist. No problem. I'm taking drugs.
The truth is, though, we did know people. They didn't talk. Because now, going back in my life and looking at some of the weirdos I went to school with, and I count myself as one of them because I was definitely more weird than a lot of kids. And I had anxiety, but we didn't know what it was. My mother would be like, what are you worried about? Meanwhile, she had anxiety and didn't know. You know what I mean? I was afraid at night. I would sleep in their room. I couldn't watch the news. The sound of the news was too scary. Like, those are the issues that cause younger people not to be able to sleep.
Right.
So if there's anybody out there who has trouble sleeping, what do you do? Are you just one of those people? I think the more creative you are, the more you can't sleep.
Because your mind is so active.
Your mind, yeah. ADHD, those kids can't sleep. Marilyn in West Windsor. Hi, you're on New Jersey, 101.5.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm always hyper. No, I'm very low key, but I don't have any trouble. I'm 67. I don't have any trouble sleeping. I firmly believe in whatever the scientists are saying about outdoors and getting fresh air, plenty of fresh air, because I spend a lot of time outdoors. I'm at barns, and I do a lot of work at the barns and stuff. So it keeps me moving. I don't need to go to a gym. And then other activities that I do outside as well. I can stay up late, but I just go to sleep right away. And you have to turn your mind off and not use any screens. I find that that's a big help as well.
So get outdoors, be physically active, and when you hit the pillow at night, just turn everything off.
Yep, I think that's part of it anyway.
Are you married?
Yes.
So you sleep in the bed with your husband?
Yes.
And he has the same ability to just nod out?
Oh, he's even worse. He can sleep standing up.
Wow, good for you guys. All right, Marilyn, thank you. Appreciate the call. She's right. Getting outside, getting plenty of sunlight and activity and fresh air.
And I think that's what the problem is. When you're tossing and turning in bed, you're not going, oh, I should have gone out today.
Yeah.
Now you got to know that for today. Get out of the house. And by the way, even if you don't get out of the house, 30 minutes, your heart has to be pounding hard. Your heart rate has to be up for at least 20 minutes, maybe 30 every day.
All right. We'll talk to Tommy next. What do you do to get sleep at night? A lot of people in America have trouble sleeping at night. 1-800-283-1015 is the phone number. It's 11:30. The Dennis and Judi show, talking about sleeping and who has trouble sleeping. Why? What do you do for it? Tommy is in White House Station. Tommy's in his 40s. Hello, Tommy.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you?
Make it quick and easy. I'm doing excellent. Beautiful out. The sun's out. Birds are chirping. And Judi. Anyway, I got to tell you, I had a bad case of sleep apnea. Not only when you have sleep apnea, your body is affected completely. You gain weight, you lose weight, your blood cells go up and down. I got a sleep apnea test. I sleep with a CPAP, and I've never slept better before in my life. I was only receiving about 36% oxygen at night, getting a total of 11 hours of sleep a week. I was falling asleep behind the wheel, falling asleep at red lights. During the day, I was taking naps. I think a lot of people suffer from sleep apnea, which causes heart damage, and I think people really should be more educated about sleep apnea because it's very serious and it will kill you quickly.
He's right about that. By the way, do you know they have an internal CPAP now?
Yeah.
I'm qualified for that, but the CPAP machine, the face mask I wear, I love it. I'll never, ever stop using it because I feel like $1 million when I wake up for it.
Okay, can you please tell me what the brand of it is?
It's the newer machine. I don't really know the brand of it. I'm not that smart, but
all right. Let me ask you another question. I don't know anybody with CPAP. With sleep apnea. But I do know that everybody's uncomfortable, and that's why I'm asking you the brand, because in case somebody calls in. What kind of a doctor do you go to who diagnoses that?
I went to Hillsborough Sleep Center on 206. I forget her name. I think it was Patel. She was awesome. She saved my life. My sleep apnea number, if you look them up, the severe cases like 30, 38. My sleep apnea number was 110. So that means my heart was stopping 110 times in an hour. So even though you think you're sleeping at night and you wake up gasping like, that's your brain waking your body up to tell you, hey, you need oxygen. You're going to die.
Wow. All right, Tommy, thank you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5.
This is so common, and he's right that it is so sleep is so essential that not only is it heart protective, but it stops cancers from forming. You know how many health problems are caused by the lack of sleep?
Yeah. Adelaide is calling from Belford. Hi, Adelaide.
Hi, how are you? I always love speaking with you.
Well, I always love hearing from someone named Adelaide. Do you see that movie, The Age of Adelaide?
No, but I did see Guys and Dolls that the girlfriend's name was Adelaide. Frank.
That's right.
Wow. All right, so...
I don't see the other movie. But anyway, I do have problems sleeping. I think after a certain age, there's so much on your mind, everything that's going on in the world now. It's hard to sleep, especially when you have kids and grandkids. You worry about them. And what I do is I try to get out at least an hour a day outside of the house. And then I also try to do vigorous exercise, whether it's doing the laundry, up and down steps, whatever, cleaning, but at least 20 minutes. I work up a good sweat. And also I try to go to sleep late and put something boring on TV that makes me fall asleep, and it usually works.
Very good. All right. Thanks for all that, Adelaide. Thank you. And it was The Age of Adeline. It was Adeline, not Adelaide.
Oh.
And it was Blake Lively who played it in a very good movie. You would like it.
I have a very good friend named Adelaide.
Check out that movie, Judy, The Age of Adeline.
Okay.
You'll like it.
I will.
Maria in Howell. Hello, Maria.
Hi, guys.
Hi. The woman doesn't age. She goes through 100 years and doesn't age.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. I cut you off, Maria. Go ahead, dear.
I like Judy. Well, she took something different. I took a quarter of a melatonin, and I could not lift my head off the pillow the next morning. I felt all drugged up.
I know.
I
me
also
too.
have sleep apnea, and I had to get a pacemaker installed about 8 years ago. And the cardiologist told me, I'll never understand why you needed to get a pacemaker. You're not overweight, you're not this, you're not that. But when I went to this special dentist that makes up these devices that are covered by medical insurance, it just makes the bottom of your jaw stick out so that the tongue doesn't go to the back of your throat and make you snore.
Why are you laughing, Dad?
Because we're both sticking our chins out, as she's saying that. Looking at you and you looking at we both got our chins out like this. Hello there.
When I demonstrated to people, that's what I do. I stick my chin out at the bottom. It's kind of funky. It's not the most comfortable thing. It feels like you're wearing braces. So I stopped using it, started snoring again, and then I saw something online called Z Quiet, which is gummy. It's made like rubber,
right?
Which is much more comfortable than the metal device that the dentist made up for me. And also, women cannot really sleep through the night because they have to get up and use the bathroom.
Yeah.
That breaks up your sleep either. And I'm over 50, so that 50 age limit that you've set to it doesn't even apply.
Right. So it's
much older women.
Z Quiet is the thing.
Yeah.
Z Quiet. All right. Thank you, Maria. Stay well. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Bernice is on the turnpike. Hello, Bernice.
Hi. Yes. I slept for many, many years, and whenever I woke up, I could take a nap an hour later. So I finally, after again many years, I decided to go for a sleep study. I was actually able to do it at home. Turned out I also, like the previous gentleman, had many stops breathing, and so I fell asleep with the CPAP also. And now I can go a whole day without a nap. I wake up refreshed, and it's the smartest thing I ever did.
Very good. All right. Thanks, Bernice. That CPAP. I remember we had a former boss, Judy, that wore one.
I know,
Yeah.
but then in those days, I don't know if it's changed, but it was so hideous and so cumbersome that you have you get up and they just showed a picture of Biden.
Yeah,
I don't
with
know
the
if you saw
CPAP
it with the
lines on his
straps
face. Yep.
on his. And I was just like, I think people might be willing to give up 5 years of their lives if it meant that they lived a shorter life than have to do that every single night.
I agree. I think a lot of people think that
And then there's a commercial. Sometimes you see it on TV that's like, here's how to clean your CPAP.
Yeah.
And I'm like, There's cleaning also?
With the big machine, you got to stick it in. But now this implant that you were talking about, they advertise that a lot now on TV.
Yeah.
All right.
You really want to have yourself cut open and stick a machine in there? I don't.
Well.
You know?
Your call coming up. Do you get enough sleep at night? What do you do to get sleep? 1-800-283-1015, 1144. We'll check fast traffic in a couple minutes. Dennis Malloy here. And if you're facing plumbing, electrical, or HVAC troubles at home, consider giving Guaranteed Service a shot. Whether it's your HVAC acting up, a pesky leaking faucet, or a troublesome tripping outlet, you'll swiftly get it diagnosed with Guaranteed Service. And they'll diagnose your issue for free. Plus, when you mention New Jersey 101.5 that we sent you, they'll even slash $50 off any service. Don't hesitate. Reach out to the experts at Guaranteed Service today. Call 1-800-GUARANTEED or visit guaranteedservice.com. Dennis and Judi Show, talking about sleeping, and if you have trouble sleeping, what do you do to get the right amount of sleep at night? And for the number of calls, we got, I don't know, a half dozen to a dozen calls, and a good number of them is like, I have sleep apnea, I get a CPAP, and that may be your issue, it may not be. Get a sleep study. My problem with those sleep studies, Judi,
I need to know, what is the problem?
You go with a sleep study, go, oh, yeah. Look at this number here. You closed your mouth 23 times, and you should have only closed it once. Now we want to sell you our service.
What service? The CPAP?
CPAP, the visits, whatever. I don't know if they're...
But the doctor is the one who... Listen, I'll be honest with you. If they tell me and can show me that my heart stops 38 times, you can sell me your service. I'll happily buy it.
Are they telling you the truth?
Well, I mean, you could say that about every doctor in every case. Why don't they just tell you have cancer so you'll buy their chemotherapy?
Well, what do you think I've been paying for the last 6 years? I think I'm doing okay. No.
I think at a certain point, you've got to trust somebody, Jen.
After Fauci and the whole COVID thing, I don't trust nobody.
No, I know, but you're going to have to. So stop it.
Stop it. Stephanie is on Route 80. Hi, Steph.
Hello.
Hi. You spray your sheets and pillows with lavender essential oil.
I do. I make a mixture. I just mix it like when I take my sheets out of the wash, I have a mixture like a spray bottle with water and lavender essential oil. And lavender is known for its calming properties. I also make sure that my room is at a cool temperature. I usually keep my temperature down to like 64, 65.
Wow.
And then in the summertime, I don't like air conditioning unless I have to. So I'll keep my windows open and a fan. And that helps me. Sometimes I will take a gummy, but I do understand that sometimes when I wake up, I feel a little groggy, and I don't like to feel that way.
Right. Do you sleep?
Either, but I just have to tell you about the room temperature, Dennis. We slept in a room that was about 64 over the weekend. I never slept. I was freezing. But when I finally fell asleep...
But you have layers around you.
Yeah.
You layer yourself with blankets. And, of course, I'm going through this life change. So I'm
I felt so good. I never slept so well in my entire life.
Wow.
I told Mark, we got to leave the room cold.
Yeah, and dark is important too, and turn off your phones and all that stuff. I don't watch TV, so my brain isn't excited about TV, and I try to avoid my phone an hour before I go to bed. So it's a number of factors that I've kind of played around with because sleep is so important to me.
You don't sleep with a man every night?
Not every night. But if you count my dog, then I guess I do. Yeah.
No, I was just wondering about the lavender. Like, is a guy going to be cool with you spraying the sheets with lavender? I mean, I certainly wouldn't have a problem, but...
Yeah, because lavender doesn't really smell like flowers.
Yeah.
It's
just like a good smell.
It's not an overwhelming smell,
right.
And it's a very subtle, and it's not like a girly girl smell. It's just very subtle. It's known for its calming properties.
Very good. You sound like you have your act together. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Let's sneak Steve in from Millstone. Hello, Steve.
Hey, I actually work for a company that sells this stuff. The equipment actually that they hook you up to when you go in for a sleep study.
Right.
And to answer your question, about like selling services and what have you, when you look at how they score the studies and they look at them after, actually even while they're being acquired, it's a pretty comprehensive evaluation, I guess you could say. So as long as you go to like a legitimate place, you can kind of trust that they're not giving you bad information. But, you got to go to a legitimate place, because the problem is there's a lot of scammers out there because the reimbursement's good on it. So
right. That's
$25 and dime. But you can, if you find a reputable sleep center, like Capital Healthcare is one of them around Trenton. I don't know.
Yeah, like if I go to my sleep center at my local hospital, which I've been going to for 50 years,
you would
trust
them. Yeah. Thank you very much, Steve. Good luck to you, and thanks for the call to New Jersey 101.5. Next hour, small businesses. We're going to shout out your small business. You could be selling CPAP machines or whatever it is. Your small business.
Maybe you found a niche for selling CPAP where you just tell people they have sleep apnea and they don't. And you're one of those. Because you could rake it in.
No, shout out your small business next hour. Make sure to tune in. Now, listen.
I want to go into that business, Dennis, where I go, hi, okay, I'm a CPAP salesman, Acme CPAP. Can you breathe for me on the phone a second? Breathe. Ooh, boy, your heart's stopping.
Really? I'll be right in. Here's my checkbook.
Special.
Here's my credit card. All right. If you need to sell your house fast and you want to get the most money possible for your home, call Robert Dukansky of RE/MAX First Advantage.
Danielle was involved in a real estate sale of her parents' home in Roosevelt, for which she was the executrix. And I thank you for letting me read this part, Dennis, because I just like saying that name, that word, executrix. She turned to Rob Dukansky and his team for help. The result speaks for itself.
Following 23 showings and after only 15 days on the market, 4 offers were made. And when all was said and done, the property sold for $550,000. That was $50,100 over the $499,900 list price.
I guarantee you that you too will have an amazing home selling experience with the Dukansky team, and that's because Rob guarantees to sell your home. Rob Dukansky not only lists your home, but has the in-house marketing to drive hundreds of buyers to your home, creating demand and driving up the price.
Nobody here who is going to sell their house would call anyone else other than Robert Dukansky. It's a no-brainer. Call him today. His phone number is 855-350-1015, 855-350-1015, or go online to robsalesnj.com, or just Google Rob Sales NJ and then
start packing.
Parks Casino and Sportsbook New Jersey chime time is 12:09. It's the Dennis and Judi Show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
I'm Judi Franco. Welcome to the program. I want to get started really quickly, Dennis, because I'm so afraid that I'm going to forget to plug this business. I had a...
And time's up.
I'm trying to find my DMs. Got a lot of listeners yesterday because we were talking about small businesses for something. Do you know what it is? What it was?
We mentioned the builder, the construction guy that worked on my house.
We talked about Emily Gaston.
Emily Gaston.
Okay.
Right.
So we said one day we got to do this again. We got to talk about small businesses because they are the backbone of New Jersey, and because we got to make up for what New Jersey does to you, how New Jersey punishes you. Right?
If I were ever in charge, I would give the legislature a big tongue lashing and say these people are the most put upon people in the state, and they're the backbone of the economy. Why are you kicking them in the face every day? Ease regulations, lower taxes on them, let them make money, let them employ people, let them serve the public.
Okay, so first I have to tell you, there's a guy named James DiPiazza. He's husband, father, owner of Shore Regional Therapies. It's a great business, Dennis, because he's a physical therapist that does in-home therapy. There are many people who prefer to do it in the comfort of their home. I know that we have one of our biggest sponsors is one of the best physical therapy facilities in the land. But just so you know, there is an option that somebody can come to your house. So I wanted to tell you that. The other thing I wanted to tell you is because on my Instagram yesterday, we talked about Gaston's Bake Shop, and I don't have that many followers on my Instagram. I'm not a big star, but for some reason, so many people followed Emily, and she thanked us online, and I am so, so happy. So to Gaston's Bake Shop got a lot of followers yesterday, and I will tell you, somebody else DM'd me and said, "Would you mind talking about me?" Her name is Michelle Miller. She has a company called Shelley's Table. I looked at her Instagram, Dennis. You would love this. She prepares like small meals. It's a small private catering business. She prepares, I guess you call it like small meals for people. Look at it and you'll see what
I'm going to look it up right now, Judy.
She says, we provide custom orders for small events, parties, and gifts.
How does she spell Shelley's?
SHELLYS_table. She goes, please contact us to create a dish especially for you. Honestly, Den, if it doesn't work out for you in radio, this should be your business, because this is what you do every single day for us here on New Jersey 101.5. You bring in a small meal. You cater our lunch every day. Now, it looks like her catering is like, I don't know, she does more people than you do here, but you've had big company, and her food looks beautiful. So, Shelley's Table. Okay.
I'm looking at the tossed pasta with sautéed spinach, fresh garlic, olives, and olive oil, sprinkled with Parmesan cheese.
Look how pretty her food looks.
She does a nice job, yes. Shelley. Michelle. She knows how to present it, too. Good for you.
She really does. And she's also a good photographer, which always makes it better, you know?
Sure.
You got to, make the food look appetizing. So 1-800-283-101.5 is our phone number. When I started my little side hustle, which was the teaching public speaking, I noticed that a lot of people would send DMs to my Instagram because I'm on the air. So I can get followers because I'm on the air, but you can't get followers like I can get you followers. So let's go to our first small business. And by the way, if you want to chime in, 1-800-283-101.5. Nick is in Millstone. Hi, you're on New Jersey 101.5, Nick.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
So you do landscaping?
Yeah, I do. I do landscaping. I also do hardscaping. I'm located in Millstone, and I service most of Monmouth County.
Very good. Aww. Good for you. Good for you. How long have you been doing it, Nick?
I've been doing it for 2 years.
You were only 20 years old. Right out of high school, you said, screw the college thing. I don't want to owe the man all that money. I'm going to go out and make money and work hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Yeah, that was exactly my goal. I went to a little bit of school for landscaping and hardscaping, and, my goal is just to better myself in that.
Very good. Good for you. And there is a landscaping, hardscaping school out there?
Yeah. It's like a little university.
How about that?
It's like a 1-year course.
Very good.
That is fantastic.
Good for you.
I love it.
How many people do you have working for you?
So I have 3 to 4 guys.
Very good. Do you speak Spanish?
I do not speak Spanish. No.
Are you going to learn?
Yeah, I'm learning from a few of my guys.
All right, Nick. It's Silver Mountain Landscaping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct.
All of Monmouth County. Very good. Thank you, Nick.
No problem.
All right, take care.
Dan, we first learned during the pandemic how freaking resourceful and
smart,
creative our listeners are. It's just pretty amazing how many people have come up with ways of making money. For some people, it's moved past the side hustle thing into I'm making a nice living. So who runs a small business that wants a plug? 1-800-283-101.5.
I want to hear from people like NJ Date Night. They may have another job where they're working in an office 9 to 5, but they have a website or a page on Instagram or YouTube where they're trying to make a living on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, where you have a site like the NJ Date Night. Her father called up one time, remember?
Right.
And said, my daughter and her husband do this thing called NJ Date Night, and it's really cool. We mentioned it, and they got a whole bunch more followers. We heard from them 2 months ago. Remember?
And it's you can't, yes. And it's thank God for Instagram, because during the pandemic when all these people were starting their businesses, it's not like they called an advertising agency and said, where do we, a lot of these people, these homegrown businesses just start out on Instagram. So we want to plug your business, whether it is a restaurant, home catering business, side hustle, you got a little store, you shave pets, you squeeze their anal glands, They need a company just for that, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would name it.
Oh, you would name it Ew.
That's a good one. I was thinking puppy poopy, but then I remembered that that's not what comes out of the anal glands.
Right. What comes out of the anal glands is ew.
The only thing I think about that
It's the logo?
a good name, don't get me wrong. And it's a definite onomatopoeia,
Right.
you know? But the problem is I don't know how you would spell it because it's not just EWWW, that's ew.
Right. This is accentuated ew. Victoria in Maple Shade.
How about just we squeeze anal glands?
There you go. And I'll do the jingle. Ew. All right.
No, listen. When you think you don't quite have the hands, we will squeeze the anal glands.
Ew.
Perfect. This is perfect, Dad.
All right, so if anybody out there does that,
right.
we got your ad campaign right here. I got your ad campaign right here. Victoria in Maple Shade, you are having Doug Greenwood work on your house as we speak?
Yes, sir.
Now, he's the guy that did my deck railing, Judy, and he did some stuff at my daughter's
Oh, my
place.
God. So we're plugging Doug's business.
Yes, Doug Greenwood.
Okay, I don't mind.
Dennis.
Yes.
Yes, he's already done my bathroom and he did my kitchen floor. He, like you said, he is fabulous.
Now
But I wanted to let you know,
Yeah.
he put a dumpster in my driveway yesterday, and now your trash from your deck is in my dumpster. Isn't that cool?
That's funny.
Listen, take some of it out. You can sell it
And
on
sell it?
eBay for big
Yeah,
bucks.
no, I don't think so. But Victoria, he had no idea who the station was. Dennis and Judy had never heard of it before.
I know.
Yeah, never heard of it.
I clued him in. I said, "Oh my God, I listen to them all the time. I've called you a couple times. I won tickets for Elvis to go see Elvis Presley's wife."
Oh,
yes,
Priscilla,
my daughter.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. Very good. Well, tell Doug I said hi. He's a great guy.
Okay, I will.
Thank you.
At Home Depot getting more tools,
Yeah,
or parts, or whatever he's doing.
He's the best. All right. Thank you, Victoria. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Mary Lou, Ashley, Christine, James, and a lot of women own small businesses today in New Jersey, which is fabulous. Plug your small business. 1-800-283-101.5 is the phone number. It's 1219. Dennis Malloy here. Listen, if you've been thinking about giving your home's exterior a makeover, you got to check out B&B Siding and Roofing. It's a female-owned business serving New Jersey for over 30 years, and they've transformed more than 5,000 homes. This is one of the small businesses we're talking about. Just hardworking people, great quality and service. They have style-guided experts, friendly consultants who help you every step of the way in designing your dream exterior. They pride themselves in their superior customer communication and quality work. They have financing options available. And speaking of their quality work, they back their work with a lifetime guarantee. No high-pressure sales tactics. They've got an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, which in that business is very rare. I know how important honesty and transparency is when it comes to finding the right company to work on your home. Well, B&B Siding and Roofing are the real deal. Get started today at bbsiding.com. 1224, Dennis and Judi Show, talking about small businesses and shouting them out today. Mary Lou is calling from Roxbury Township. Hi, Mary Lou.
Hi, how are you doing?
We're good. How are you?
Good. I don't have a small business, but my son-in-law does. It's called NJ Snake Man.
Okay, I've seen his website. It's an adult material, and I'm not. We're not promoting it. I'm sorry.
I don't think so, Dan.
Oh, maybe it's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's had his business since 2008. He was a one-man thing. He now has 7 employees. Their motto is bring the zoo to you. He's been featured on News 12 New Jersey, Drew Barrymore. They do private parties, corporate events, fairs and exhibits, school assemblies.
So he brings snakes to your house?
They bring them anywhere you want them to be. His snakes
Dan,
have been in movies.
Bonnie once, my sister once had like a weekend away with all her kids and grandkids. And part of the entertainment was she calls this company, I don't know if it was your son's, and they brought to this house where they all stayed snakes and I don't know what else they brought. Wild animals.
Snakes, lizards, turtles, frogs. They do environmental programs. They focus on education and fun. They customize it for like whatever you want. And in Hoboken on Saturday, April 20th, from 11 to 4, there's an Earth Day fair, and he will be there if anybody wants to go and just check it out.
That is, well, it's different from the guy I was thinking of, so that's good.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah.
By the way, I Googled that guy, Dennis. It's not for the squeamish.
Mary Lou?
NSFW, if you know what I mean.
You should be very proud. And it's called the NJ Snake Man.
It's just njsnakeman.com. You can go on. You can even book a party online, or you can get in touch with him. And like I said, he will customize it to whatever you want. And his employees they're all fantastic presenters. He even has his children doing some of it, which they love.
That is awesome. All right, Mary Lou, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a great day.
You too. Appreciate the call. Ashley is calling from Wall. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Sorry we bothered you, but you have anything to plug?
I was just calling in because you were talking about small businesses. So my mom and I currently launched March 5th for Livingston Gray. And it's an online women's boutique.
Oh, and that's the name of it, Livingston Gray.
Yeah.
And it's an online women's boutique. What kind of clothing? High-end, low-end, affordable, fancy?
Affordable. Yep, affordable for, mom. Mixture of stuff, dresses, sweatshirts, sweaters, T-shirts.
Now, what do you do, and what does your mom do? Like, you each have your own special skill you bring to the business?
Yeah, so we just did it together, yep. And it's just online. So I have an Instagram, and just trying to get some more followers on Instagram. So
very good. Livingston Gray, G-R-A-Y or G-R-E-Y?
E-Y.
G-R-E-Y, Livingston Gray. Very good. Good luck to you, Ashley.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Let's go to Christine in Medford. Hello, Christine.
Hello.
Oh, I know you guys.
You do?
Yeah, I went in there one day, took pictures, and made a post for our website about the shops at Medford Mill.
That is correct.
Matter of fact, one of the vendors there told me about, you're the owner of the whole thing.
I am.
Yeah. Told me about you and said you're a dynamic businesswoman and a great person.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is a great place, and we have some great vendors. So I wanted to give a shout out to everybody.
Judy, this is like if Etsy had a mall, this would be it.
There you go. We have a little bit for everybody.
Where is it?
In Medford, right off Main Street in downtown Medford.
Anybody can
sell there?
Display their stuff?
No, you got to rent a space there, right, Christine?
Right. We're a consignment shop, so we have about 65 vendors now. But yes, we do a lot of artisans. We do a lot of vendors who recycle, upcycle. So we do have a little bit for everyone.
Yeah, it's in an old mill. It was a mill. They made what, clothing or something there?
This was an old tapestry mill.
Tapestry mill.
It was built. And we kind of revamped it and gave it some life here. So
it's so cute, Judy. It's down like a side alley off of Main Street in Medford. And it's so cute. You go inside. It's like you walked into an Etsy mall.
I want to do this. I really do. I want to put my artwork there, Ben.
Why don't you? Sure.
Absolutely.
Really?
Sure. Just stop over and we can chat. I would love to see your artwork.
Problem is, Judy, now you have a middleman because I'll have to pick it up from you, bring it there, and I get a cut.
Would you?
Sure.
Then I will give you half of it if you'll do it for me.
All right.
Because I don't know how to do it.
Wow, that's a bargain.
Well, and people aren't always manning their booths, right? You have some that are just the stuff is there.
Correct. So the beauty about having a consignment is you come, you price your merchandise, and then you display it, and then you can go home. I have employees that are here every day, and they take care of everything. So really, you just come in and restock, which is great for people who have daytime jobs and you know.
It's right up your alley. It really is.
I have to do
And
this.
It's okay. And the people there, Christine, you have some very nice ladies who work there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think you talked to Tony, and
Yes.
Tony's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Christine, does anybody sell really expensive stuff, though?
No, not really. So we try to keep...
Because my stuff is expensive.
Oh.
That, well, then perhaps maybe Medford Art Center. They also have a beautiful display of artwork. They're right on Main Street.
Wow.
And
Dennis, you guys have everything down there. It's ridiculous.
Christine, we got to run, but good luck to you, and congratulations on doing such a great job.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, take care. All right.
You know what I mean, Dan?
Yeah, everything. Plug your small business, 1-800-283-11.
Whitey Herzog is dead. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he, baseball? Jen has it in
Good
the
for
news.
you.
Yeah. All right, 12:31. Here's Jen with the news.
Now, the latest New Jersey news from NJ.
I cannot let this go, Dennis. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Ken in Dicktown. Now, I don't know that there is a Dicktown.
There is a Dicktown.
In New Jersey?
Yeah.
Or it's PA?
New Jersey, I believe.
Okay. Ken in Dicktown is promoting Greg Smith Tree Service. I don't know why. But when Dennis and I were discussing having a business that just did anal squeezing for animals, because a lot of people don't
Anal
like
glands.
that job. Huh?
Anal glands.
Right. I'm sorry. Squeezing of the anal glands, not squeezing of the anus. That's something that they do. And I've had dogs, and when you bring them to the groomer, they go, "Do you want me to do the glands?" Yeah, because I'm not going to do it. And then Dennis made the comment that he thought of if we did a commercial for that, you thought of a great slogan, which was,
"Ew."
Right. And then I came up with the jingle. If you think you can't do it with your own two hands, call the folks who squeeze anal glands.
Ew.
Okay. So then we said folks who squeeze anal glands is way too cumbersome of a name.
Yes.
So Ken in Dicktown was kind enough to give us an even better name. And he calls it Easy Peasy Anal Squeezy, which I think is brilliant.
Very good. And some of the biggest scholars in history have come from Dicktown.
Yes, they have.
It is in Gloucester
So-
Township, New Jersey. There is a section, an unincorporated neighborhood called Dicktown.
So I think that they need to scroll back and look at this guy's look at this guy's app chats that he has sent us in the past and see if he's ever been that clever. Because if he's usually that clever, I will empty out the Dennis and Judi merch closet and send him everything. In fact, today I'm going to the Dennis and Judi merch closet, sending him everything in there.
Yeah, careful when you're speaking in there, the echo gets quite loud. There's nothing in there. All right, let's get all these businesses a plug here. Donna is in Doylestown, PA. Hi, Donna.
Hello.
You're an animal communicator.
I am an animal communicator. I have a website. It's DonnaDoolittle.com, spelled DOOLITTLE.
DonnaDoolittle.com. Why would I need... Now, what kind of person would call you? What kind of problem do you address?
If an animal has passed away, they like to talk to them. If an animal has health issues and they're not sure what's going on, I also work with vets. Behavioral issues, a lot of them just want to know what the animal has to say. A lot of them have come from rescue, so they want to know their background.
Do you do curly-haired radio co-hosts?
I need one, right?
No, if she could talk to you, straighten out some of our issues.
I did one live for John McDevitt.
Really?
Yes, about 10 years ago on radio. I did it live.
Really? All right, Donna Doolittle, animal communicator. Very good. Thank you. Good luck to you. Wow. Got all kinds. Russ is in Westfield. Hello, Russ.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good. What is business brokerage?
Well, we help people buy and sell businesses. We accurately value companies, create a customized marketing strategy, and then we help them successfully transfer their businesses. And Murphy Business Sales is a national company. We are a franchise organization. We have 7 locations here in New Jersey. We work with about 100 businesses a year, and that's what we do. And it's really any business, any size, anywhere, although our focus is mostly, New York Metro and Philly Metro area.
What is the name of the company again?
It's Murphy Business Sales.
Got to do something about that name.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, that's named after the founder. That was Roger Murphy. Unfortunately, he has passed away and is no longer with us, but his legacy lives on through his 130 offices nationwide, and it's in Canada as well.
Wow, that is awesome. He did quite a job. Murphy, what's it called again? Murphy Business?
Murphy Business Sales. And you can just go on murphybusiness.com and learn all about us.
Another guy named Murphy has helped people sell their businesses quite a bit as well. All right,
no comment.
no, I get it. Ross, good luck to you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You too. Yeah, somebody's got to do that, all right? Sell a whole business.
Yeah.
Handle all the legality and paperwork and whatnot. Susan's in Middletown. Hello, Susan.
Hi.
Hi, you do custom curtains and drapes.
I do. I've been doing it for about 25 years. I work in Long Branch, Oceanport, most of Monmouth County, but I'm located in Middletown, New Jersey.
Very good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's hard to find somebody reputable and knows what they're doing.
The industry there's no one out there anymore, and I was teaching for a while, but then COVID hit, and so I'm still just doing the curtains. My website is curtainsbysusan.com. And not right now, everyone's interested in doing outdoor cushions, curtains, Roman shades, all that fun stuff.
Do you do like vertical blinds and stuff?
No, I'm the softer. I don't do the hardscapes like the woven woods and all that. I do more of draperies with fabrics.
Very good. Curtainsbysusan.com.
No, yes. curtainsbysusan.com.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. Wow. A lot of people want to jump in. Rashawn's coming up. Consulting company. Wow. So many small business operators here in the state, and they need a little hand up once in a while. 1244, we're going to check fast traffic for you in a minute. Dennis Malloy here, and I got to tell you about one of my favorite places. It really is. Fireside Grill and Bar. What a great place. We're on Route 79 in Marlboro, just inside Marlboro. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, where you can enjoy a variety of scratch-made cuisines like their brick oven pizzas, wings with signature house-made sauces, with delicious handcrafted burgers, and smokehouse barbecue ribs and brisket, which is delicious. Plus, stop in for happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. for some great deals on food and drinks. Visit Fireside Grill and Bar in Marlboro today, or go online, firesidegrillandbar.com. Dennis and Judi show. We're plugging small businesses today, plugging away. Rashawn is calling from Allentown. Hi, Rashawn.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Pretty much. Yeah, Rashawn. Rashawn.
Rashawn.
Everyone says Rashawn. However you want to say it.
Good. And you're a business consultant?
Yes. We repair credit and teach financial literacy over in New Jersey, in Allentown.
Allentown, New Jersey?
Yes.
Cute little town. Love it there.
Yeah.
A lot of people call you from other states, though, too?
Yeah. I all the way over to California.
Wow.
Now, fixing credit, let me tell you something. First of all, there are plenty of people in the industry who are crooked. You're obviously not one of those.
No, that's for sure. You never want to go with a credit repair agency that doesn't have, a record of, actually repairing people's credit. Not someone that just, there's a lot of people out there that just say they can do it, but actually don't know.
What's the name of yours?
RMG Credit Consulting.
I have to tell you a little story. When I was first married, we ran into a financial difficulty. We got over, I think we were like $25,000 in debt with credit cards. I dealt with a credit consulting agency. It's amazing. They do what you could never do. They call up, they negotiate with your creditors. They basically say, look, I know she owes you $3,000, but would you rather have $1,500 or nothing? And then the company agrees to the $1,500, and then I pay them that. And they went and did that for every single one of my creditors. And then they said, let's say they say altogether now I owe 10 instead of 25. I paid it to them over time.
Wow.
It repaired my credit. It was amazing. Is that what you do?
Yeah, because if when you look at the credit collection agencies, all they're doing is buying your debt pennies on a dollar. So say per $1, they may pay 15 cents. So they're willing to settle at a way lower rate than they actually are offering you. The reason they buy your debt is they know that they're going to make a percentage on top, because they really don't have to, make your whole amount of how much they bought, say $15,000 worth of debt off someone. They don't have to make the $15,000 back to make profit.
So are you making money, Rashawn? Because it sounds like you sure could.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. It's just that background of the credit aid industry being you got to just make sure you find the right company. And
RMG Credit Consultants, RMG Credit Repair.
It's RMG Credit Consulting. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/RMG Credit Consulting, or you can go on calendly.com/Ray RMGT.
Very good.
And you can find us there, free consultations.
Rashawn,
Nice
good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Can we squeeze one more in before we have to break? And I think we're going to have to
amazing.
We're going to have to continue this too. All right, real quick, Greg and Howell, you do barbed wire custom leather. Tell us about that real quick.
Yes, sir. I do handmade leather goods, purses, belts, tote bags, holsters, you name it. I make it out of leather.
Very good. And it's called barbed wire custom leather?
Yes, sir.
Very good. All right, Greg, good luck to you. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5. People love leather, especially custom pieces. All right, we're going to have to continue this because everybody wants to jump in. You got Sarah, Bianca, Debbie, Kim, a lot of women, Steve, Denise. Hang in there. All right, 12:55, more of the Dennis and Judi show to come here on New Jersey 101.5.
I got to talk to you guys about National Estate Jewelry Buyers. My friend Barry, who I butt dialed yesterday, sorry, Barry. The reason that I tell you guys you should go to Barry to buy all of your things is that, and I'm talking about jewelry, watches, coins, what have you, is that when you see guys up and down the highway that say, we buy your stuff, we buy your gold, you have no way to know if they're honest people. Well, experts in the industry, like National Estate Jewelry Buyers, they make you an offer. And so maybe you've got a watch that you either can just use some extra cash or you haven't worn it in years. Maybe it's from a relationship you'd rather forget. National Estate Jewelry Buyers are the place to go to. Please call them today for an appointment, 732-257-GOLD, or visit them online, toppricesforgold.com, or just walk in. Tell Barry that Judi sent you.
BetParks Casino and Sportsbook app, New Jersey chime time is 1:08. It's the Dennis and Judi show. I'm Dennis Malloy.
Hello. How are you?
So we have a new sales guy back there, Judi.
Oh, yeah?
I just met him, yeah.
Is he cute?
He kind of looks like Burt Reynolds to me. Like the young Burt Reynolds.
Is that good?
Yeah. Well, who's a handsome guy?
I guess, yeah, Burt Reynolds was handsome. How old's the guy?
Looks to be late 20s, maybe early 30s.
Oh, okay. Too young for me.
He's paying attention to I guess they put them through some town square course online when they first get here.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, yeah, Josh, I don't think it's going to work out for you here. You seem far too diligent paying attention to that screen for the last 2 days.
You told him that?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out.
Does he have a mustache?
He might have. I don't know.
Because then otherwise, why would you say he looked like Burt Reynolds?
He's got those features, those dark features.
Bring him in. I got to take a look at this.
Maybe at the next break I'll see if he's done his courses. All right, so we're talking about small business, and running a small business in this state can be very challenging with all the regulations and high taxes. And the competition, too. So what small business do you have that you'd like to plug? We'd love to help. And if it's one of those online things where your Instagram page or your YouTube channel is, struggling to get more followers, viewers, subscribers,
Like
we'd love
mine?
to help. Yeah.
Jersey Judi Franco.
Right. It's an OnlyFans page, or is it? No.
Can we have a discussion about this? Is it OnlyFans or is it OnlyFans? Because I said something about to my kids like, well, they always have to make fun of the way I talk, but I said because she has an OnlyFans page, and they're like, Ma, it's not OnlyFans.
You're right, but you're wrong. It's OnlyFans is how they pronounce it.
It should be
correct the way you're pronouncing
OnlyFans.
it. OnlyFans, but no, it's OnlyFans.
Okay, they also say
They're
that
stupid.
same
They're
stupid generation
stupid.
says, okay, I think I've asked you this, but Dad, what do you call the show in New York that are the professional actors and it's named after a street in New York? A play in New York City where you go to see a show and it's named after a street in New York.
Broadway.
What?
Broadway play? Broadway
show.
Broadway show.
So now if you do use that in a sentence, I'm going to see a
Broadway show next Saturday.
Wrong.
Oh.
It's a Broadway show. And I said, wait, are you differentiating that from a narrow way show? Why is it a Broadway show? It's a Broadway show. It's the way you said.
Why do you hang out with your kids? Why do you visit them?
They
grandchildren.
ruin the world. My kids are ruining the world.
We have one of that generation.
Also, is it French toast or French toast?
French toast.
100%.
They say French toast.
No. Right. As opposed to Belgian toast or American toast. They're dopes.
Well, we have one of their generation on the line
I'm
with us.
embarrassed at their fruit of my loins.
Bianca, I'm from Jersey City. You're not stupid, are you, Bianca?
I'm not stupid.
Or annoying?
Maybe a little annoying.
Okay.
I love her. So what do you do? What do you got?
Yeah. So I came on here. I'm hiding in the phone booth at work, so thanks for taking my call. I wanted to plug in Shop the Slip.
What's that?
Shop the Slip is a pop-up event that I curated with a friend of mine, Samantha. It's basically our love child of our two businesses. I have a small cake and dessert business that I do home-based. She has a T-shirt design business, and, we typically put our heads together to figure out, how can we get more visibility? What can we do for our small businesses to thrive? And we both have full-time jobs. So we put our heads together, and we came up with a seasonal pop-up. So to not only help our small businesses, but other small businesses in central New Jersey and all around Jersey if they're willing to travel. So what we do is we open up an enrollment form, have small businesses submit their information, and we handpick them based on what the season is and what the needs are. And we provide a space for them, similar to a flea market style, but there's a lot more support for these small businesses that want to join us. There's community networking. Yes.
Where's the location?
The Perth Amboy Ferry Slip. So that's Middlesex County, 300 Front Street, Perth Amboy.
I love that area.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's right on the water. It's a historic business district. So it's really awesome. We have an event coming up on Father's Day weekend. That'll be Saturday, June 15th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it'll be free public parking. It's going to be an awesome event. We have music, live events, entertainment, the whole thing.
We can find you on Instagram under Shop the Slip?
shoptheslip.nj on Instagram.
Good for you.
Good for you. Very, very clever. I love pop-up businesses and pop-up events. They're
Yeah, thank you so much. So any small businesses that are calling in today that would like to submit as a vendor, please, our forms are open right now. You can find the link in our bio, shoptheslip.nj.
You are sharp. You are sharp.
Thank you.
Good for you. Yeah, and your friend. What's your friend's name?
Samantha Miranda.
Samantha. Good for you guys. All right. Good luck to you, Bianca.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love that. Young people with an entrepreneurial mind and a good marketing strategy or scheme. I just love that. I'm in such awe of that because it takes a special skill and intelligence to do that and hard work to pull it off.
100%. God bless
Shoptheslip.nj on Instagram. Check it out. If you have a small business, you want to go up there at Perth Amboy, and hopefully they'll select you to be one of their participants in their big event on Father's Day. Awesome. Debbie is in Lincroft. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. I was calling about our family business. It's been there for 65 years. We're the fourth owner, and we're going on our 8th year. It's Joyce's Subs and Pizza over in Lincroft on Newman Springs Road. We're considered the hidden gem. We start with breakfast at 6 a.m., and it's everything. It's pure famous pork roll, egg, and cheese that we've been voted best in Monmouth County for.
Wow,
we have
I love that.
Our famous breakfast pizza. It's basically a breakfast sandwich on a pizza. You know, start with your pizza crust, American cheese, scrambled eggs, bacon, pork roll, hash brown, top with mozzarella cheese.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That's amazing. What a great idea.
That's a famous one.
Joyce's Subs and Pizza in Lincroft, and it's been there 60 years. You're the fourth owner for the last 8 years. Lunch and dinner, I'm walking in for the first time. What are you going to recommend?
We close at 3 o'clock right now. Since
lunch.
COVID, it's still not back up to
Breakfast and lunch. So what am I getting for lunch? You're going to recommend to me?
You got to have something with the roast beef because we bake it fresh every day.
Okay.
So our cheesesteaks come from that. If you get a cheesesteak quesadilla, our roast beef we're famous for it because, like I said, it's fresh every day. It's not.
You dip it in juice or gravy?
Yeah, you sure can. We keep the juice and we make the fresh au jus every day as well.
Wow. I'm there.
Dennis, are you hungry?
I'm getting there.
You're like
I know. Debbie, I love it. Joyce's Subs and Pizza. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Unreal.
That's nice. Kim's in East Windsor. I get turned on by this. I'm really excited for people to flourish in this state where it's challenging. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Dennis. How are you? Hi, Judi. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. I'm calling in for my small business, which I created over COVID. It's called ABC Singing the Sounds Courses. It's a digital business where teachers can use it for curriculum to supplement. But mainly, I think my main audience is homeschooling families because they have a lot more ability to use whatever curriculum they want. And it's basically an all music and song phonics program for ages 3 to 9, videos, worksheets, games that I created all out of my own mind. And
that's
songwriting.
Amazing.
And it's called ABC's Singing the Sounds Courses.
ABC Singing the Sounds Courses, and it's under my brand, Miss Kim's Children's Music.
So did you have to go to the school districts to try to sell it, or how do people find it?
No, actually, all right. So because it's brand new, I just started doing the promotion, and I'll be being a vendor soon, at some homeschooling conferences. I'm contacting people one by one every day, like 20 people a day, and I'm just leaving a little message and letting them know what I'm doing. And I'm getting a great response.
Where do you get the list of people to call, cold call?
Well, I have an assistant who goes and looks for homeschoolers, looks for teachers, and she sends me the list every day, 20 people, and I go through that list and I painstakingly tell them about my business, but I'm very proud of it.
How do you cold call? That is a talent.
It's not really a cold call. It's like a DM. I'm leaving a little voice message, like you hear my voice as opposed to typing something because I think it's so impersonal.
Yeah.
And I think when you really believe in what you're doing and you feel like you really created something great for children, that's way more fun than sitting and listening to a teacher. I think you feel like you're in the right place, that you can actually do this.
Good
you know
for
what
you.
I mean?
True. Good for you. All right, Kim. Good luck to you.
On my website, I have one more plug. My son Joey Jacobicki is a guitar teacher, and I want him to move out. So so I want to plug his guitar lessons.
Oh, that's important. This is urgent.
Everybody, stop what you're doing. Take this down because we got to get Joey Dekabicki out of Kim's house.
Out of our house, and his website is joejacobicki.com, and mine is lms.misskimschildrensmusic.com. So lms.misskimschildrensmusic.com. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Goodbye.
You're the Joey
Bye.
Jakabecki. Thank you, Kim.
That should have been first.
Joey
'Cause that to me
Jakabecki?
is- Yeah. Get the kid out.
Joey
know?
Jakabecki. All right. Guitar lessons. He needs to get out of the house. We'll do an hour one day, Judy, on moms who want to get their kids out of the house.
Oh, my God. That is fantastic.
Nominate them for whatever. All right, Denise, yeah,
Funny,
Greg.
like, people go, you could afford to buy your son a condo? I'm like, no. Well, how'd you do it? I'll go broke to get him out of my house. I'll beg on the street.
120 now, New Jersey 101.5 here. Oh. Dennis and Judy Show. Plug your small business. It's Small Business Tuesday. I don't know what that means, but no, we know that small businesses struggle to thrive in this state. Very challenging state to do business, so we'd love to give you a boost. Denise is calling from Manchester. Hi, Denise. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Great topic.
Thank you. You're there in God's waiting room in Manchester.
Oh, I'm not in the retirement village.
Oh, but there's a lot around you.
Yes, there is.
What do you got?
I'm calling for my niece. She's not able to call because she's actually at a client's house. The name of her business is Arranged by Ashley. She does home organizing. She also will help you pack your house up if you're moving and help you unpack it if you're moving in.
Wow, I can actually use her this weekend. My daughter's moving out of my house. And my house could use some arranging, and no, my daughter's going to need some unpacking help. Arranged by Ashley. Now, we're up Route 70 a bit in the Medford, Mount Laurel area. Will she travel that far?
Yes, she will. Right now, in Red Bank.
All right, arranged. But where's she from? You're from Manchester. Is she from the same area?
She's from Lacey.
Okay, good enough. Very good. Tell Ashley that she's got a great business going there.
I will. Thank you. And she has an Instagram page, and you can also catch her on Facebook.
Arranged by Ashley. Very good.
Thank you.
Thanks, Denise. Take care. Appreciate the call.
By the way, Dennis, Hawk in Red Bank said, my wife is a world champion salsa dancer. You can reach her at Jamie, Jami, at learn2salsa.com. Why am I saying that?
I don't know.
It's a great business, and it's so unique. How many people in the state have salsa businesses, learn to salsa businesses? There's like those old-fashioned dance studios. But where do you go if you just want to learn how to salsa?
That's good. No, that's a good business. Somebody warned me to take it easy on the dog.
Doolittle.
The pet with.
Can I just tell you, it's funny you're saying that.
Pet
Margie, my friend, she's nuts about her stupid dog. Who's like going to die any day,
Right.
She goes, are you going to never speak to me again if I call that woman? And I'm like, no, I'll speak to you, but I'm going to make fun of you every time I see you. The dog's almost dead. What do you want to know? He's, what's he going to say if the dog whisperer talks to him?
I've been reflecting on my life, all the bushes I've peed on, all the fire hydrants, all the legs I've humped. It's been a long life. He's reflecting. I know I had a bad diagnosis 2 years ago, but you pulled me through, and thank God your husband let me hump his leg. What's he going to say? I love it. All right, Jean in Monroe. Hi, Jean.
Hi, how are you?
We're good, thank you.
Good.
Your daughter's a vegan baker.
Yes, my daughter is a vegan baker. She's been doing it 5 or 6 years now. She will make sourdough dough and any kind of dessert you want, specialty cakes, cookies, what.
Oh, we lost you. Yep, there you are. What's the name of her business?
Desserts by Taryn.
How do we spell Taryn? Taryn?
That's it. You got it.
Desserts by Taryn, a vegan baker.
Vegan, Vegan.
Gotcha. All right. Very good, Jean. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks for the call to New Jersey 101.5. Jen, do you have any businesses you'd like to plug?
Do I have any businesses?
Yeah.
No, not right now. I'm good.
Wait a minute. You do announcing for band competitions.
I do.
Yeah.
But that's not really a small business, is it?
It's like a side hustle. I love it.
Side hustle for sure.
She,
I guess.
You know, because her son was in band, so she
Yeah,
used to
right.
do the announcing.
I do the tournament of bands, yeah.
Yeah, and then other schools or tournaments call her when they need somebody to announce
That's
the
true, they do.
event.
Yes,
Do
I
you
actually
have
have
an
one coming up.
Instagram that's like Jen announces.
What are you going to call it, Judy? That's it? No. You have to come up with something better.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm not a marketing genius. Come up with something.
Jenny and the band.
Oh, my God. I got to get a new marketing team. You two, man. Come on. I expected something better. Charlie.
Honey, we were just thinking we need a new newswoman.
Oh, look at that.
All right,
Love you,
kids,
Jen.
settle down. All right, we're plugging small businesses in New Jersey today. Your call coming up. It's 1:30, New Jersey 101.5.
Now the latest.
Dennis and Judi show. And we're talking small businesses in New Jersey and how tough it is to make it. So we're giving people an opportunity to plug their small business. Melissa is in Jackson. You're on New Jersey 101.5. Hi, Melissa.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I just wanted to say thank you so much for doing small business plugs and everything, because it's big beyond beyond you'll ever realize. Sorry.
We have a lot of friends in small businesses, and I know that the state throws up more and more roadblocks and fees and stuff that you have to deal with. It's just, ridiculous. So what do you have there, Melissa?
So the name of my business is Rustic Relics. I have a shop at New Egypt Flea Market, and it's a handmade hippie gift shop, basically. My store.
Handmade hippie gift shop.
That's what I'm going to call it. Yeah.
What do you like? What's I walk in, and what do you think I should buy?
What should you buy? A wood-burned American flag.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. I sell a lot of peace sign art, a lot of New Jersey art.
Give me an example of New Jersey art.
So, we do a lot of metal cutouts of the shape of New Jersey. I make dish towels with the shape of New Jersey on them, with like different patterns and fabrics and stuff like that.
Love that.
I love this.
Yeah.
And you're in the New Egypt Flea Market, and it's called
Rustic Relics.
Rustic Relics.
Yes, and it's more than just a flea market. There's tons of antique dealers and flea market stuff, but then there's also a market filled with artisans that make handmade items and everything. And we've been turning it into like an art market, kind of. There's murals and paintings all over the buildings. Me and another vendor, Allison from Prickly Pig, she has a shop there also. We've been hard at work. I do.
Melissa, would you sell my stuff, or do I have to open my own place?
Probably open your own place, because my store is just basically just my stuff.
I'm not standing there all day.
I can help you. I can help you because I run the social media there, and I run their events. We have tons of events coming up at the flea market this Friday night. We have our Moonlit Market.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we're open from 5 to 9.
Wait a minute. What are you on Monmouth Road?
Yes, we're on Monmouth Road.
That crazy-looking place that I passed on my way back to home?
Yes, that always looks like it's closed.
Yeah.
But we're open every Sunday and Wednesday from 8 to 2. So if people are looking for stuff to do, the weather's getting nicer. There's tons of stuff going on. If anyone wants more information, please check the website, www.newegyptfleamarket.com.
Do you look like a hippie chick? Do you have long braided hair parted in the middle and wearing a headband and fringe jacket?
Something like that. We actually have a hippie festival going on next month as well on May 19th. It's a Flower, Power, and Garden Festival.
At the flea market?
Yep, at the flea market.
That's a crazy
Love
place.
and junk.
That is awesome. I love it. All right, Melissa, good luck to you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Love you.
Love you. How cool is that? Wow. I love the energy.
Amazing. Amazing.
Amazing. Well, that's how you say it in Greek, I think. Greg is calling from East Brunswick. Hello, Greg.
Hello, guys. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you.
So my business is called Love Jimmy, Luvjimi. Jimmy was my first of 4 rescue dogs. He left us way too early. He got cancer, and we had to have him put down. And so we developed a business to honor him. We sell animal-related products. Our logo is his paw print with a heart in it. It's lovejimmy.com. And a percentage of every sale is going to be donated to a local animal shelter. We're starting out in Somerset County in Franklin Township Animal Shelter. They have a support group called Angel Tales, and the first proceeds will be going to Angel Tales to support their good work with the animals over there.
Very good. LoveJimmy.com. I have LoveJudi.com. We sell pictures of Judi wearing just headphones. It's a little different.
It's a little different.
All the proceeds go to me and Judi. We're doing great.
Go.
All right, now good. Love Jimmy. Good luck there, Greg.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. It's our OnlyFans page, Judi.
Or is it OnlyFans?
Fernando is calling from Elizabeth. Hey, Fernando.
Hey, how are you guys?
We're good. How about you?
Good. This is not the first time I spoke to you guys. I really like when you supporting the small businesses. I try to call every time.
That's awesome. What do you got?
It's Braga's Driving School in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
What's it called?
Braga's Driving School, Braga. Braga is just a small little city in Portugal where my family is from.
Very good.
That's a great
I love that.
business, by the way.
Yeah, driving school. Yeah, I've known a couple people.
My sister, she also has a small little business. I was hoping I can plug her in also.
Sure. What is it?
It's Mila's Comfy Corner, and she does all the chenille blankets. She does more than just blankets. It's scarves and teddy bears and pillows, etc. You can find her on Instagram. Braga Driving School is also on Google and, social media, Facebook, Instagram.
And Mila's Comfy Corner?
Yes, Mila's Comfy Corner. Yep.
Very good.
Judi, one time was really interested in it, and that's why I keep on mentioning it. I'm hoping maybe I can link them up together.
Well, have her email me.
Okay. All right. Definitely. We'll reach out to you today. Yep.
Very good. All right. Thank you, Fernando. Appreciate the call to New Jersey 101.5.
They were close enough, Fernando.
ABBA celebrated their 60th anniversary yesterday. Was it 50th or 60th?
Who?
ABBA. This group.
Get out.
Yeah.
They're still doing it?
I don't know, but it was their birthday. So 60 years would be...
I guarantee they don't sound like this anymore.
No?
They probably sound like this. There was something in the air that night. You find out they were never Swedish. They just from Brooklyn. And ABBA stood for Antonio, Bernardo, Beatrice, and Angie.
All right, so more small businesses coming up. Purvi, wait, hang on. Lisa, Ira, John, 144. We'll check fast traffic for you in just a couple of minutes. Dennis Malloy here. If you're thinking about giving your home's exterior a makeover, you got to check out B&B Siding. What a great small business. B&B Siding and Roofing. It's a female-owned business. Been serving Jersey for over 30 years, and they've transformed more than 5,000 homes. They have style-guided experts. These are friendly consultants who will help you every step of the way in designing your dream exterior, making the house look just like you want it to look. They pride themselves on their superior customer communication and their quality work that's guaranteed for a lifetime. They have financing options available. There's no high-pressure sales tactics. Great people. They've got an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, which is rare. So I know how important honesty and transparency is when it comes to finding the right company to work on your home. B&B Siding and Roofing are the real deal. Get started today. Go online, bbsiding.com. Dennis and Judi Show. Judi, I looked up the ABBA. It is their 50th anniversary. It was 1974.
Yeah. And did you find out their names are really
No, they're Inga.
Anthony
No, it's real Swedes. They looked adorable back in the day, all four of them, 2 men and 2 women.
Couple of Bjorns, a couple of
I think there was a Bjorn
Those
in
are
there.
the only 2 names that are legal in Sweden, by the way.
Yes.
Sven.
The
Maybe
girls were
Sven.
beautiful, and then the ladies look pretty good for 50 years later. The guys, not so much. Here's the thing, they say dying young, it's tragic, like James Dean died young in a car crash.
Yeah.
I wasn't even alive when he was alive, but he was legendary, good-looking actor. You always see that face, that good-looking, handsome face. You didn't see him age. Same with Elvis. He got fat, okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't see him as an old man. Maybe it's okay that, if you're good-looking and hot. And
either that or
go early.
After 35, hide in your house and never come out.
I think that's what ABBA did until this week.
Oh, I can just say that because that's my whole strategy. You wonder why I never leave my house.
All right, so plug your business. Purvi is calling from East Windsor. Hello, Purvi.
Hi, Dennis and Judy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I know you. You are everything but the plates.
Yes, and I've gone a very long way. I called when I opened my business, and now I'm in the business for 2 or 3 years now. And I just wanted to call in and say you guys have always helped small businesses like me, and I'm so happy for it.
Oh, that's great. Well, no, explain what you do and where people can find you.
Okay, my Instagram page is Everything But Plates, and I have been on MasterChef season 13, top 16, and but I have a bakery, home bakery. And the reason I called today is that I am a part of a group called Sisterhood of Queens in New Jersey, which is women-owned small businesses, and they're having a spring fling on May 4th, that Saturday, from 11 to 7 at Courtyard by Marriott in Cranberry.
Very good. And it's called Queens what?
Sisterhood of Queens.
Sisterhood of Queens.
Queens.
Women, small-owned female businesses.
Yeah, there are almost 500 small businesses, and anybody who wants to join can just DM me, and I'll have the admin reach out to them.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you are Everything But Plates.
Yes. You have seen I came during COVID and dropped my cupcakes, and now I'm much better what I was before. So I just wanted to call in.
Oh, that's great.
We love you.
I saw your note on our app chat.
Yeah.
I was so happy to hear from you.
I thought you guys are just doing for an hour, but then you extended it, so I said I have to call.
Good for
I'm
you.
glad
Thank
you
you so
did.
much, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Of course.
Love
Thank you,
you.
Purvi. We love you. Monique is calling from Clinton. Hello, Monique.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you, Dennis and Judy?
We're good. How are you?
Excellent. So glad to have a time and opportunity to plug in my business.
What is it?
It's a la carte Premier Servers. We're Hunterdon County's Butler-style serving company.
A la
Creating
carte.
lifelong memories to our customers and guests.
A la carte Premier Servers.
Yes.
Very good.
Our attention to detail and commitment to excellence will allow your guests to enjoy themselves while we take care of the rest.
Very good.
Wow. Are you reading from the actual brochure right now?
Actually, no. I'm a voiceover artist.
Wow, good for you.
Sound
It's
like it.
very professional.
Thank you. I appreciate
wow.
that.
Forget the whole Butler thing. You'll be making millions with voiceover.
To speak more to Judy, press 1. To speak only to Dennis, press 2.
I just wanted to share with you with my business. I started this in 2008, and I have to say I really have grown with beautiful, diverse, document U.S. citizens, and we continue to forge our way in North Jersey to South Jersey, and we're hiring right now.
Very good. All right, Monique, good luck to you. Thank you so much for the call to New Jersey 101.5.
Sometimes my hate mail is better than my love mail. Jack in Atco. Hey, stupid Judy. Recently heard a live broadcast of ABBA. They sounded great. As usual, you don't know what you're talking about, but you do know how to interrupt everybody. Ignorant. But ABBA's manager.
Stupid Judy. Who's that from?
Jack in Atco.
Jack, we're very sorry.
Dude, big ABBA fan right there.
Apparently. All right, Judy, love you. Stupid Judy.
Stupid Judy.
Deminsky and Doyle are next.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This has been the Dennis and Judi Show on demand. Thanks to our sponsor, Value City NJ, with 9 locations in New Jersey, or online at valuecitynj.com. Don't forget to check out the latest news and opinions from Dennis and Judi on our free app or NJ1015.com.
New Jersey 101.5.